All right, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. It's Goodfella Sports TV. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. If you don't know, now you know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I appreciate the love and support. Check our current news playlist, music entertainment playlist for videos like this. And I do appreciate everybody who is returning. Today we're gonna talk about P.Diddy saying that the blacks vote won't be free and he'll hold it for hostage unless Joe Biden gives an agenda for black people. Also, some billionaires got $238 billion richer during the coronavirus. And we kind of just talk about the Joe Biden, his situation, what he had with the Tar Girl. So, yeah, I will be switching up the live streams. We have Hip Hop 101. We talk about just current things that go on in hip hop. Obviously we do basketball, we do boxing, but it's kind of be more multi-dimensional, man. And I'm going to just get away from my comfort zone and just doing a lot of boxing streams. So I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Y'all know, if you don't know, we live from Detroit. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links are in the description. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or you just want to chop it up, my line is always open. I'll try to get back at you at my earliest convenience. But yeah, kind of going into what P. Diddy was saying about the black vote. And I kind of agree but disagree at the same time. My whole problem with the black vote being for sale is that, are they going to make good on their promises? They could do a lot of different things from a president's standpoint, but a lot of those laws have to pass through the Senate, through the House, and etc. And I understand P. Diddy trying to step up and be a leader, but, a lot of these people that want to step up and be leaders for black people in the black community, they ain't really been struggling like we've been struggling. It's been a long time since P. Diddy been a dollaraire or a thousandaire. Shit, let it be known, a multi-billionaire. So, at the end of the day, I understand he want to take the leadership role, but our leaders can't be funded by the very same people that are oppressing us. That's the problem. When you get guys like T.I., who made his money, through the music industry, entertainment industry, that is funded by the white man. When you got guys like P. Diddy, he's been funded by the white man. It's not completely the black dollar. I get what his agenda is, basically saying that, yeah, this year it ain't Democratic, don't get an automatic vote. But we got to stop looking up to musicians and actors and movie stars and, rappers and R&B people and pop stars to be leaders of the black community. We need a real leader. And a lot of the people that try to be leaders, like Jesse Farrakhan, etc., they secretly sold out and took money from the white man themselves. And this is why pro-black is dying, because nobody's pro-black. Because to be pro-black is a sacrifice you have to make. Malcolm sacrificed his life. Martin sacrificed his life. And at this point, who really want to take a bullet for a black community that very same people will kill you? That's the problem. Your very people ain't gonna support you. So I get it. Like, we shouldn't just be in this same crevice or this same rhythm every year. We voting for a Democrat. We voting for the Democrat. We voting for the Democrat. We voting for a Democrat. We voting for a Democrat. We voting for a Democrat every year, and it's nothing being done. He said, if you got a 9-to-5, doesn't have a black owner, you work. I'm not saying that to be true for the average 9-to-5 person. Not. I'm talking about your leader. Your leaders can't be, Illuminati, if that, whatever you want to call it. Your leaders, not your foot soldiers. We talking about leaders. They can't be playing both sides. Kanye West came out and endorsed Trump, and and a lot of people consider him a leader, innovator. And then he reveals that he don't even vote. Come on. Every people don't kill their people like black people. Black people kill their people and don't kill the other people. Zimmerman still walking around. 6ix9ine still walking around. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This is different. P. Diddy ain't our leader. P. Diddy don't speak for us. Tip don't speak for us. They far from Malcolm and Huey and motherfucking Martin and guys like that. And if it's to the point where we just don't have that leadership no more. It's just to the point. That's why we not galvanized no more. Every leader we had and every person that had potential to be a leader, they took them out. But I get what Diddy's saying. It's a great idea to fake like people gonna vote for Donald Trump. Who else you gonna vote for? They say a vote for the Green Party or third party, whatever the hell you call them, is a vote for the guy that you don't want to win. Do I know some prominent, I don't say prominent, do I know some black people that voted for Donald Trump? Yeah, I didn't know at the time. You know, I didn't know. Do I know some people that voted for George Bush back in the day? Absolutely. Is it some closet black people that voted for Donald Trump and act like they didn't? Yeah, some closet white people that did the very same thing. But what should be on that black agenda is the question. What do we want, or what do we need as people? It ain't totally different, two different things. Wanting and needing are two different things. What reparations? You know what I'm saying? They saying by able to give every person across America that made under what 75,000, 70,000 to 100, they could reprimand or give reparations to black people. That's what black people want, reparations. But to prepare to get reparations, okay, you have to be prepared to know how to prosper and turn your reparations into generational wealth. I see it all the time. You know, it's a narrative out there that, you know, black people don't leave their kids nothing. A lot of times, grandparents leave their kids houses. The kids sell the house to go rent another house out and to buy a Charger or a Challenger or a Benz, and then they be homeless. You know, it's a thing in Detroit where a lot of the gas stations and fried chicken spots are bought by Arabics because a lot of the black people sold out their businesses to the Arabs. You know, it wasn't mom and pop that built that motherfucker brick by brick, who fried the chicken and the fish, you know, fish by fish, chicken by chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's not the brick mason that sold his company out, it's the kids. And it's hard to really teach generational wealth, or it's hard to really teach the generation when you working all the time 24/7. It's hard to spend time with your kids. Any successful man, they don't have enough time. A billionaire don't spend a ton of time with their kids, and that's a fact. But that's the problem with getting Go Flow salute. That's the problem with getting motherfucking reparations. A lot of people ain't gonna do nothing but spend it back in the economy. That's a fact. A lot of people gonna take that reparation, they money. Let's say they gave everybody 100,000. A lot of people gonna be broke in 6 to 12 months. You got people during the coronavirus, right? And I'll say this. And these people that I know, some of them, I'm talking to the ones that's non-essential. It's people during the coronavirus that's non-essential. You feel what I'm saying? That are talking about sneakers that's dropping today. The last thing I'm worried about is a fucking sneaker that drop, a gym shoe that drop, some Ferragamo, some motherfucking whatever they wearing, a Gucci shirt. I'm not worried about no sneaker that drop in no pandemic. It's really people on here going online to buy sneakers with their reparation money or with their unemployment money. Motherfuckers got the game messed up. You know what I'm saying? This thing, people think this thing gonna be over May 15th, May 28th, June 19th, whatever the dates your city or your state got. It may not be over. And one thing this damn pandemic ain't showed people still is to stack your money for a rainy day. It still ain't showed people that. People still taking their little bit of unemployment money and buying fucking shoes, talking about, oh, these came out today. Are you fucking crazy? You should be worried about, hey man, do I got enough money to pay my rent ahead? And that's just how small-minded black people is, or a lot of black people is, talk about reparations. Motherfucker get 100,000 without taxes taken out, and they going to get a motherfucking Charger. He going to get a whole bunch of Gucci. He gonna give it right back to the white man. That's why I never understood why they didn't want to give black people reparations. Just to shut them the fuck up. Because that money is gonna be spent back into the economy like that. Same thing with it was something else I was gonna bring up. I can't remember. It's same thing to giving people pay raises, to raise the minimum wage. You know, you should raise minimum wage to $15 an hour. Most businesses can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Easily. McDonald's can easily afford to pay they team $15, $20 an hour. But easy. Quick. Bam. LA 12 salute. They can pay shit like that. And you pay something like $15, $20 an hour, all they gonna do is pour it back in the economy. People weren't used to saving money for a rainy day. The COVID-19 showed it time and time again. People say, oh, I don't know how to pay my rent. I'm gonna feed. They got the $1,200. They get the what is it, $350 for unemployment. And they back to buying gym shoes. Who was thinking about buying some fucking gym shoes in this time? How fucking simple minded can you be? It's just a fact. You know, they say the housing market may drop down 45% in a lot of areas. You would think people that's essential, you know, that's working and getting money and they getting the $1,200 or whatever, you would think they'd be stacking their money to get one of those houses. I get it, you deserving a vacation. But like I said, I never understood why they didn't want to give people people pay raises, and I never understood what was wrong with reparations, because the money gonna go right back into the economy. It's the perfect time to give black people reparations. It is. They so far removed from the beginning of the 300 years of oppression. It's no camaraderie amongst black people no more. You know, a lot of the kids in the schools can't even read. I didn't work with some of these kids. They can't read. I seen people struggle to read a Laffy Taffy fucking joke. So it's the perfect time to put money to get these people money. Ain't nothing gonna change. They gonna take 10% and give it to the pastor. They're gonna take 30% of it and buy a car and buy their family's car. I seen when people get the buyouts at Chrysler, GM, and Ford. Two blinks of your eye, they broke again. They done bought the family cars. Cars depreciate as soon as you go off the lot. Bam. I'm not saying what fucking reparations is. I'm just saying if they gave motherfuckers $100,000 right now, whatever they gave you, let's say they gave you, every black person in America, $100,000 right now. The money is going to be right back in the economy. Am I wrong? Damn 12? Am I wrong? If they gave everybody a pay raise to $15 an hour, right? They forgave all the student loan debt. They gave $15 an hour right now. Would all the money go back into the economy or not? Would black people take their money and start their own businesses? Would they take their money, the majority of them, and do real estate? Tell me where I'm wrong at. Tell me. Because I didn't see it before. I had a homeboy that I'll just say he got a business, right? Parents left him a business. This nigga still sold dope, went to jail, right, for selling dope. Had his own business, got out, still selling dope. Benjamin Foe, salute. Handing out money like this, inflation will be creeping up. And inflation has already came and gone and gonna come again. They haven't really inflated the pay scale with the amount of stuff. Just look at chips. Look at chips. Remember, chips was 25 cents for a $1. Now those same bags are $1 or 50 cent, 59 cent a bag, two for $1. Everybody pay a minimum wage in a lot of places still $8, $9. That hasn't inflated with food. It hasn't inflated with cost of living. It hasn't inflated. And inflation is like growth flow say again. It's gonna come up again. It's gonna come up again. Zulu Mortal, Benjamin Fosu, he said Zulu Mortal said black people need exactly, they do need financial literacy. And I'm not saying I'm the most financial literate person in the world. I'm not. But I always research and I learn. And like Dan said, I'm not talking about what reparation is. I don't give a hell. All I'm saying is if they gave you $1 million, if they gave you 100,000 to every black person right now, give me a percentage of black people who will use it the right way. Not too many. And on top of it, using it the right way, you got to teach your kids how to use it the right way so they can prosper. Come on. That's what I'm saying. It'd be the perfect time. If they ever going to give reparations, perfect time right now. You said you want to take an example. You've seen applying it to 40 black people. That's statistically disingenuous. Black people are on owed reparations. Not all of us will throw. Not saying all of you will throw your money away. I just said give me a percentage. Give me a percentage of black people that you think can use it the right way. That's what I'm saying. Give me a percentage. I'm generalizing, but I only can tell you what I see. Is it gonna be some people that can teach their kids and their kids have done the right thing and they absolutely not saying all black people. I didn't say that. I'm saying a percentage. Am I lying? Am I lying? Of a percentage, is it over 50% that you believe over 50% of black people will misuse their reparations? Lion killer salute. Just give me a yes or no question. And give me an honest answer. Even if it's 50%, 50.5%. Come on. Tell me I'm lying, bro. I done seen this firsthand, dude. I done seen brick masons leave their kids a business and they throw it all away. Sack chasing, throw them out. I seen people leave their people houses, tear the house down. I'm not lying, bro. I only can speak from my perspective. That's all I can speak from. It's what I see every day. And it's not just black people. It's a lot of white people that live paycheck to paycheck. I'm not trying to knock nobody. I'm just giving my opinion. He said, why does the Native Americans got bread and blacks don't when you... I agree. I'm not talking about reparations or nothing. I'm not saying who deserve it, who don't deserve it. What if we can live tax-free like they can? He said, that's the general I blame. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Somebody said 65%. Somebody said 20% of use it right. 90%. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. People get mad at the truth, but tell me I'm wrong. But when people that just came in here, it's people in the pandemic that's non-essential talking about buying what shoes came out today. That irked my nerves. People get mad at the truth. Nigga, I ain't telling you nothing but my reality is. I done have black people that try to lead their kids' businesses and they rather go on the street and sell dope. They rather just go on the street and get it on their own. They leave them a house. They sell the house, buy a Charger, a Challenger, and be broke again and go rent. Where am I lying at? We just said, what's your percentage? Give me a percentage. You can't give me a percentage because you can't be honest with me. That's a fact. Be honest with me. From your standpoint of view, I done lived in Detroit, Montgomery, Florida. I lived in a lot of different places. This is black people don't have financial literacy. You can look at the businesses. How many fucking black gas stations do you see on a regular basis? How many? Am I lying? How many black gas stations do you see? Every billionaire that's in this article I'm about to read is probably white. This is all I'm saying. I put 35 will use it the right way, but that goes for every group of people. Very few people know how to handle money. I can accept that. Akuma deception. I can accept that. He said, Lion Killer said, I had a plan to do a live on this subject. My boy tomorrow, if you want to get on. Yeah, I'll get on. I'm just saying from my perspective, people get mad, but I'm just speaking the truth. Now, this wasn't really where this was supposed to go. The whole thing is, what would be on the agenda for a presidential candidate for a black person? I just use reparations as an example. I don't care if I do or don't get them. I'm not one of the ones that's gonna fight for it. It was just an example. But people get mad when you speak the truth. Because people don't have financial literacy. It's millionaires in the NFL and the NBA that go broke every day that they never worked a 9 to 5 and misuse their money and be broke. Chris McAllister, I use him as an example. Am I lying? It's a fact. He didn't know how to manage his money. Clinton Porter's got to run a scheme on the medical whatever fuck they call it. I forget what they call it in the NFL. He ran a scheme with like several other NFL players. How you make all this money and you broke? Financial literacy. When people go get a car, they don't even understand credit. Am I black? I don't have to answer that question. People that watch my channel, I show my face every day. I shouldn't even have to answer that question. So I see you don't watch my videos. So work hard to make black people permanent second-class citizens. This is all I'm just saying, bro. So what will be on this agenda that Diddy wants? What will be on this agenda? I don't even want to talk about reparations. It was an example. But people get mad when you speak the truth. They do. Motherfuckers can't handle the truth. And I'm not saying 100% of white people use it the right way. I'm not saying they just got a head. They just on head on the board. You know, it's a fact. That's a fact. Whenever you come to a chunk of money, you should correct your credit. That's a fact. Credit is just as important, if not more important than money. But a lot of people don't understand credit. When I was 18, 17, 19, I didn't understand credit. I didn't fuck my credit up. The only reason my credit was messed up early is because student loans. But he's exactly right. That credit line is very, very important. It could be the difference between a zero payment on that charger and what? 8% APR? 8% interest rate, and it could be the difference between a 20% interest rate, a 30% interest rate. Needing a cosigner, that's a fact. But it ain't about that. You can go to Lion Killer page. We can talk about that tomorrow. What we talking about is what would you want on the agenda from a black president, from a president. Let's say Joe Biden came and said, all right, Diddy, I'm going to come on Revolt TV. All right, he got bigger problems right now. Okay? Let's say he came on Revolt TV and said, what would black people want me to do from a presidential standpoint to make me feel comfortable to get the black vote? That's what you got to ask. What would you want? What would you want? What would you tell Joe Biden that he would have to do? Would it be pardon somebody? Would it be reparations? You know what I'm saying? Prison reform? That's the $1 million question. It wasn't about reparation. I was using it as an example, and damn 12 took it a different way. What would be on your agenda from the president? What would be? You know, would you talk about the police shooting innocent black people and you want a law against that? Any cop that's shooting an unarmed person? I mean, it's a lot of different ways. He said to give African Americans in the form of paying zero taxes and free college and cash money. I mean, that's a great start. Or wiping their credit line, free credit, you know, up right now. But zero taxes would be a great play, but they would never do that because we account for trillions of dollars in the economy. He said, what's good, Graylin? Just got laid. I agree. We lack financial literacy. Representation is not the answer. Without financial literacy, we would piss it all away. Like, I mean, the majority of people, like Kuma Deception, will piss it away. You know, like I just said, there's people in the NFL that's living paycheck to paycheck. NBA living paycheck to paycheck. NHL living paycheck to paycheck. It's a fact. A lot of people don't know what credit is. They don't know how important credit is. Somebody say $20,000 or a clean, perfect credit score. Your kid's gonna take $20. Gonna take the $20,000. It's a meme that goes out there and say 900,000, or it says some shit like that. It's a booth where a guy at the booth saying I'm giving away 900,000, and a guy at another booth saying I'm giving away $500,000, and more. The majority of people lined up for the $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Instead of they didn't know what and that's 900,000. How much it was? It's true. Make us protected class. I agree with that. Joe Biden. I'm not saying. I'm just saying if he said he sat down old school and said, "What can I do to get what can I do to make y'all comfortable to purchase this black vote?" What would you want? That's the question. What would you want? I take gold before money, credit before money. I take gold before money. That's a fact. That's why if you ever get jewelry, get that gold. I had to learn that from an old man. Gold is very, very important. No, I can't. I gotta set up India. I haven't done it. I have to get with some. I'm kind of suffering. I'm not doing it the right way. Yeah, I can't. I gotta get Skype. Maybe I gotta put some money on my shit. I don't know. You know, so people saying reparations. I mean, no taxes. That's something that they probably never do, the no taxes thing, because like I said, we account for trillions of dollars. He said reparation, prison reform, police and justice, free college education, financial literacy programs for the youth. Jamal Beverly, I'm down with it. I want the land of America back and foreigners out. I mean, we all foreigners. You know, depending, you got to go back to the people that was here first. It wasn't Christopher Columbus. That's the thing about it. Land is something good too, you know. But you know, who how to keep land up? Who knew how to crop and stuff of that nature? It's not hard, but you know, who want to keep that land up? A lot of people just don't care. But how about if you give me land, I'm not paying no fucking taxes on my land. And that's one thing about America you got to understand. You'll never own shit. You will never own it. You will never own it. I mean, I don't know who was here first. I'm not going to sue. He said it was in America first. But I forgot what I was about to say. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say. You had the Native Americans. You go back to the Vikings. Probably was black people first. Colleges, martial arts, all that come from the motherland. So I'm not gonna doubt you on that. He said 10 or 15% of your assets should be precious metals, gold, diamonds. You can't trust cash right now. Exactly. Crypto is becoming the form. It's gonna become the form of, you know, primary you know, money. I mean, gold. You know, it's a lot of different things. Money is going to become obsolete. Cash. It's a fact. It's going to become obsolete. I mean, not only did you build the country, you fought their wars. Did people forget that? You built the country, you fought the wars. You built the roads, you built the buildings. Well, we built the buildings. It's a fact. It's a fact. But Joe Biden would. If it was a 50% chance that Joe Biden could do some of the things we said, before he would do it, he would be Abraham Lincoln. Let's keep it real. He'd be out of here. He'd be out of here. Oh, Joe Biden had a heart attack. He ate too much of this fatty steak. Watch what I tell you. He'd be out of here before he makes some of that happen. A lot of people wanted Obama to pardon certain black people, and he didn't. That's a totally different thing. But if it's Joe Biden, who else do you go for then? Because it sounds like it's a shit sandwich or a shit chicken wrap sandwich. That's the thing about it. Who do you vote for then? Or you just say, hey, I ain't fucking with it this year. I'm not mad at your decision. I'm not mad at nobody's decision out here. That's all. It's your opinion. I used to get riled up over people's opinion, think I could change somebody's mind. You just can't do it. Can't change nobody's mind. You can say, oh man, Jordan scored 40 points in 88 versus the Washington Bullets. And somebody argue up and down, you can show them. You can change. That's a fact. But in an opinion, you can't really change it. You can't get mad at somebody's opinion. Because somebody's reality is not your reality. Okay? You can try to change their perception, but you can't change somebody who closed-minded. You can't change their perception. If they hell-bent on not liking black people, if they hell-bent on not liking dogs or cats, you can't change. You can try to show them that, you know, the better side, but you can't change anybody's opinion. But I do think we all agree that Joe Biden ain't it. You know, I mean, Donald Trump ain't it, but Joe Biden ain't it either. Raise on salute. So, I mean, it depends. I'm not. If you come in here and say, CJ, man, I ain't voting, bro. You come in and say, CJ, I'm voting for Trump. Or, G, I'm voting for Biden. I'm voting for the Green Party or whatever. I'm not knocking you, bro. I ain't going to judge you. But let's move on, man. And we kind of talk about Joe Biden issues in a minute. I want to read this article, and I'll drop it in the description, man. It came from Fox 2 Detroit. And I want to read this shit, man. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to drop the article link. I'm going to put it in the video, too. So it came on my Facebook feed, right? And I want to read this. And it says, billionaires have got $283 billion richer during the coronavirus study. Okay? Billionaires acquired a collective $238 billion in additional wealth in 23 days. 23 days, I say, during the coronavirus pandemic. A new study shows U.S. billionaires' wealth collectively increased by 238 billion, a 10% gain from March 18th to April 10th, when more than 22 Americans lost their job, according to a study by Institute for Policy Studies, a progressive think tank. Okay, billionaires' wealth has grown astonishingly over the last few decades, and for some pandemic profiteers, even more dramatically since the COVID-19 crisis. Even billionaire tax obligations have plummeted, the study states. Okay, 8 billionaires have gained more than 1 billion in additional wealth since early months of the pandemic started on January 1st, including Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mackenzie Bezos, Eric Yuan, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Steve Ballmer, John Albert Sobrato, Joshua Harris, Rocco Camiso, hopefully I'm saying this right, the Institute found. Bezos has profited, obviously we know this, the most during the pandemic. The Amazon Prime's 2-day shipping has been largely popular amongst people who are staying home during the lockdown and trying to limit in-store trips. They do groceries too now. And also they do returns at Kohl's. For people that didn't know that, they partner with Kohl's and they do returns there. The Amazon founder's wealth has increased more than 25 billion since January 1st and 12 billion since February 1st, according to a study. The institute also notes that the billionaire's wealth in the U.S. has increased by 1,130% since 1990, compared to the 5.37% growth in the median wealth in the U.S. between 1980 and 2018. Billionaire tax obligations decreased 79%. So when they say it decreased 79%, they ain't paying no damn taxes. Amazon don't pay no taxes, and this dude is grossing billions of dollars on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And by contrast, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck during the COVID-19, and 20% have zero or negative net worth, the study says. More than 3.8 million Americans filed for unemployment last week. Labor Department report on Thursday, as the tidal wave of job losses triggered by the coronavirus pandemic continues to grow. The new report, which covers the week ending April 25th, pushes the 6-week total of job losses since the state adapted the strict stay-at-home measures to 30.2 million. Unemployment at the scale hasn't been recorded since the Great Depression, when the jobless rate peaked at 25%. So, while we suffering, billionaires are still profiting. While you paying Uncle Sam out they take your money before you get your paycheck on Friday or Thursday or Wednesday. They ain't taking no money away from them. They getting electricity tax breaks. They getting property tax breaks. You know what I'm saying? They take the money out of our paycheck, and the guy who writing the paycheck ain't paying no taxes. And am I knocking these dudes? And like I say all the time, no. Because to be a billionaire, it takes a special kind of motherfucker that you got to be cutthroat. And I'm telling you, the average people that are Christians or religious people, you can't be religious and be a billionaire. You can't be religious. Amazon should probably be shut down. They got many COVID-19 cases that's been reported in Amazon. Some people compare working in Amazon to a sweatshop. In a lot of situations, it's very racist. So am I knocking them for doing what they doing? No, but remember this. Some of these dudes like Steve Ballmer own a pro team. He bought the MSG. He bought the form from people who own the MSG, right? He gonna knock that joker down and build a brand new arena. Right? Meanwhile, his wealth has grown $1 billion at least since this pandemic. Now let me set this in right now. It's grown $1 billion since this shit happened. Remember, the NBA ball players were paying the stadium workers and the concession workers' salary. They not making no money. If anything, they taking money away from the basketball players right now. They giving money and then they trying to recoup money at the same time. So the owner's not paying the concession workers' salaries during this pandemic. You hear about Zion. You hear about these different ball players. They paying the concessions workers, the maintenance workers, the tile boys who ain't getting money. They paying their salary right now. And then on top of that, the NBA, if they don't start back, they're going to recoup their salary. If you're a free agent coming up, they need that money right now. If you got 2 or 3 years left on their contract, they're going to take their money back in installments. And on top of that, after April 15th, any playoff bonuses or money owed by the team, they're not giving it back. And no, you can't blame billionaires for taking advantage of it. Can't. Yeah, working in Amazon warehouse, one of the worst jobs. They work them to death. The productivity quotes and demands is brutal. I used to work there not too long ago, bro. NFL players getting deals and contracts and getting traded. I mean, and you look at it. These dudes are making the players pay concession workers' salary when they profiting. And that's why I say, when people ask me about the NBA players, should they, should the owners recoup their money? Absolutely not. They got money to burn. The NBA team is like this. All right? You got a family, right? Let's just say you got a town and country. The town and country is what you pick the kids up in. The town and country is where y'all go road trips. Y'all go out to steakhouses on Saturdays. Y'all pick groceries into it. It's your old faithful. For the owners, their town and country is oil being oil barons, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, tech billionaire, whatever they do, international businesses, and they got this nice Ferrari over here. This Ferrari, I take it out every now and again. Me and the missus hit the street. I might drive downtown to play my music loud. It's a toy to me. The town and country is their main income. The NBA, NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball is the Ferrari. It's just there for show. And that's the God honest truth. But they prospering and they taking advantage of it. I can't knock them. Or are they supposed to give their extra billions to the small man? No. But we make the billionaires the billionaires. Don't forget that. We make them the billionaires. You go out there and buy these gym shoes. You go out here and buy these iPhones. You go out here and we go out here and buy the gas and all this shit. We all go out here and take the risk. Without us, it's no them. And that's why I never understood why they didn't want to bring salaries up with inflation. And it's sad. They profiting off of this. This is good for them. Is it not good for some other billionaires? Yeah, people who selling oil in the Middle East. Oh, they hurting right now. They hurting right now. they drowning their old tears. Barrels of oil is dipping by the day. Jeff Bezos is prospering. Steve Ballmer is prospering. You know what? They ain't nowhere near a pandemic. They ain't nowhere near the coronavirus. They ain't gonna sniff that shit. They safe. Meanwhile, our girlfriends, some of our kids, our aunties, cousins, uncles going out there in the nursing field every day just to get a $2 raise during this shit. Not even a permanent $2 raise for what you done. Not even a stimulus check in the form of $25,000. Not even oh, we gonna knock your credit clean. There's people out here that's dying. Now they got more tests and they testing these people at work. And not only are they only giving them 40 hours straight pay if you got the coronavirus at work, what kind of shit is that? You catch the coronavirus at work and they only gonna pay you 40 straight until you able to get recovered. Are you fucking serious? They give you a pizza party. This is why I tell you, man, always protect yourself. Because corporate America don't care about you. And I learned that firsthand. I used to work in Chrysler, Jefferson North plant for a minute. And I switched over to next door. And the guy died. He died. He would sleep on the bench for a break. No, he sleep every day for the break, right? If the line go down or if they have a break, he gonna take a nap. This day he takes a nap, he started throwing up. He had a heart attack. He died. They took him up out of there, put him on the truck. Guess what? And they put somebody, team leader probably took his position, and the line didn't stop. Then they said, nobody home. They don't care about you. They care about that product being made. You out here risking your life taking care of patients in the hospital. These nurses, not sleeping, stressing over if they got the COVID-19. Every time they back itch, every time they sneeze, whatever it may be. The nurses, the CNNs, the people that draw the blood. I can't pronounce their name. The people that's, you know, the OGBYNs, that's handling babies and shit of that nature. Not the 100,000 or the $1 million doctors, not the surgeons. We're talking about the people that's making 20, 18, 15, $12 an hour. And ain't no bonuses coming their way. As far as something significant. All them nurses and people, even the food workers, should be taken care of. They should get 20,000 off the rip. I mean, that's the bare minimum. 20,000 in straight cash. I don't care if you white, black, yellow. I mean, you could take that shit home to your kids. It's people that's sleeping in their car every day. Jeff Bezos and Steve Ballmer and, you know, all these, you know, billionaires walking around here, they ain't got to deal with that. If one of their employees died, they wouldn't even pay for their damn funeral. Crazy. Yes, the video is worse than the coronavirus. Easy Baby 98, salute. This is why they invented laws the people use to take over the kings and queens. Exactly. And this is why they put Christianity and all these different religions here, you know, for them not to take over the queens and kings and take over the president and overrule the country. Laws, religion is all sit there to separate that, to scare people. It's a scare tactic. Turn the other cheek. What kind of stuff? If somebody punch you in your mouth, you supposed to turn the other cheek and pray for them? It's not gonna work for you well, buddy. But I just wanted to read that article, and I'm not gonna put a lot of emphasis on it. But I just wanted to read that article to let you know, the times we living in. They prospering, they making more money than they ever made in a short span of time before. For real. Jeff Bezos swimming in Benjamin. He just gave his wife a couple billion. He done made that back right now. He done made that back at the snap of a finger. You think you're gonna hear about Jeff Bezos? All Amazon employees get a 20,000 profit sharing bonus, tax free? Nope. You ain't gonna hear about that shit. Amazon employee dies. Is Jeff Bezos gonna pay for his funeral? Absolutely not. Just that little life insurance policy. That they give you at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And this is what I always told people, man. I worked in the plant and I got sick of shit working in the plant. And people say, "Oh, why you don't want to do this much overtime, or why you selective on what you do?" Man, because my life is more important, my health is more important, my sanity is more important. You got to set yourself up where you can survive off 40 hours. And a lot of people, they too deep in the hole to survive off 40, but you got to set yourself up where 40 hours of work, if you got to drive Lyft, you got to do DoorDash, you got to do Uber Eats, you can't just sit yourself and let a job consume yourself, because health issues come, bags come over your eyes, respiratory issues come. All money ain't good money. It ain't. And then it's sad, bro. It's really, really sad. It's a lot of people out here that's shit. They bringing that shit home to their family, man. And people got it that don't even know they got it. That Big Rich 3013 said they just showed on the news that a group of Amazon employees went to Jeff Bezos' home and painted in the street, "Take care of your employees." And he not. Your average billionaire don't care about what's going on in the hood. That's why, people that's judges, and they hand these people 20, 30 years and don't even know and don't even care about their situation. If you grew up with not a father, your mother on dope, what's the chance you gonna go out there and be a law-abiding citizen? You grew up and drug dealers raised you. You grew up and you seen crackheads and needles what's the chance you growing up to be a law-abiding citizen? Slim to none. But the judge don't care about that. He don't care. He can send your ass away. And it's sad. They can never understand what's going on. They can see on the news all day, but they can never understand some of the people's story that made it from nothing. They can never understand that shit. They don't care. They hand you 10, 20, 30 years like that. Without evidence. You could be innocent. They don't care. You put them in that position, they wouldn't be no judge. They wouldn't be no lawyer. They wouldn't be no district attorney. They would be the same people that we are. Or some of us are. The people that make it is truly amazing. Truly amazing. People that come from inner city that raised their brothers and sisters, or raised by their younger siblings, or raised by somebody else, or raised in the system that come up and they do good. You know, they the true heroes. A lot of us grew up in ignorant situations that we ain't even supposed to be here. And it's crazy. That's the prison system for you. And this is a whole system, bro. It's designed to break the dude 9 to 5. Do I blame people that go out there and do shit wrong not to be a 9 to 5er? At the point in time, I just didn't understand it, but I get it now. You sit here and you abide by the 10 Commandments. You abide by, you do the law, you do everything the right way, and you wake up and you the one that's getting fucked in the ass every day. You know, if you ball out for 10 years from 18 to 28 and 29 living wrong, you know, and you do it and you die young, or you rather just struggle for 20 years and hope one day you hit the lottery, something go right. 20 years of suffering or 10 years of champagne and popping bitches. Depends. Sometimes it make you think. Inner city kids see things that these motherfuckers would never dream of. They could never walk a mile in our shoes. Trust me. There's a lot of times where, you know, I had people that had to eat in my house. I was, you know, feeding people our food and shit, you know, so they can get by, you know. A lot of people go through shit. But that's just the struggle just make us stronger as a people. We oppressed every day. It's people that's oppressed, they don't even know it. They oppress us every day. It's somebody at the job that's the best. Motherfucker might be the best brick mason out there. Might be the best motherfucking tech guy at Quicken Loans. Might be the most qualified person to run the company. But in corporate America, if you ain't learned shit else from this stream, let me let you know this. And it's something that every kid, you should tell your kids all the time. It ain't about what you know. It's about who you know. That's what it's about. You can be the smartest dude in the room. You can show up to work every day on time, bust your ass, do a perfect job, and never get a fucking pay raise, never get a promotion. They look over you. They hire a guy to come in and get the big promotion and get the job, and they don't want to hire within. And it's because, oh, they buddy, or they don't like you, or you don't smile enough. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Corporate America is a buddy system. If you ain't prepared to kiss no ass, it's a buddy, or you ain't got a fat ass if you a girl, you ain't looking to produce or nothing like that, ain't no room for you out there. So a lot of them grow up with PTSD. Yeah, I've been hearing gunshots since a kid out in the streets. I hear them now, I don't even flinch no more. But that's one thing you got to prepare your kids, man. I'm going to say this, man. I'll open it for a few questions. You got to prepare your kids for work. Show them a paycheck stub. Let them know where the taxes come out. You got teenagers. Sit them down and show them how to pay bills. Even if your son going to the NFL, sit them down and show them how you pay your bills. This is the light bill. This is what I'm working with this month. This is how I pay this. This is how you pay that. And now all this shit is digital now. So it's a lot easier. Some kids don't understand. You know, you got light bill, water bill, rent, mortgage, whatever it is. And people think, oh, you work this amount of money, you brought home $4,000 for the month, you bring home $4,000 for the month. Hell no. Uncle Sam got to get his 22% off rip. You know, and that's why a lot of the black athletes, they go out here and they, you know, make their millions and they don't know how to manage it. You got an accountant that's pinching off your money. Every time you make $1 million, he might be pinching 1,000. You'll never know it. Look at LeVar Ball, educated brother. He got took to town by Alan Foster. Come on. But it's just sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that dudes like Jeff Bezos don't give a fuck. It's sad that, you know, all these billionaires making money and they silent. They trying to recoup money from the athletes. They don't care about their employee. And that's why I tell people, I said, man, I'm not going to give my life to no job. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sit here and do 60 hours every week, you know, and kill myself. When I do retire and I'm dead. You got to have a work-life balance. Real talk. You got to have a work-life balance. It ain't just about getting off, getting the beer, having sex and going to the bar and then going back. Fuck that. You got to have a work-life balance. Real talk. And if you working all those hours and you ain't saving no money up for nothing particular, a house, a car, a vacation, or whatever, and you just working for 80, 60 hours and you spending it, you ain't got nothing to show. I used to work with dudes. We used to work 60, 70 hours a week when I worked at General Motors. And come Monday, we get paid Friday. Some people get paid Thursday. With a rush card, you get paid Wednesday, right? It was dudes that come to work who I know for a fact. For the week, we made about $2,000. For the week, we made about $2,000 plus. It's motherfuckers that come to work Monday broke. You can't make this up, bro. It's dudes that come to work Monday broke, and still have bills they still ain't paid. Nigga I used to work with every week, every Monday or at the beginning of the week, he come with a mayonnaise sandwich. Slim piece of meat, bro. You making $2 a week. $2 a week. You broke. Something ain't right. But they go buy Hennessy at lunch. They get them some Patron, and they want to, fuck that. When I got off work and I had a weekend off, I spent with my family. I'd rather throw money in the motherfucking gutter, fuck with my girl and my daughter, rather than throw it in the street. But it's real, bro. It's real out here. Meanwhile, they taking 20%, 22% out your shit, and Jeff Bezos ain't missing a dime. And that's how they do in Amazon, though. Y'all can ask some questions, I'll answer them. That's how they do in Amazon, though, right? This is how this man do. They say, we're going to give you Amazon. It's down in Chicago, Philly, and motherfucking Indianapolis. Whoever is willing not to take state taxes out more, whoever willing, to get them the bigger tax break, that's where it's going to go at. That's how they determine where Amazon headquarters and shit gonna be at. So this man is basically get away with not paying nothing. I ain't mad at him. Shit, like I said, it take a special person to be a billionaire. You know the biggest corporation pays. We just talked about that. Amazon. Yeah, yup. They pay nothing, bro. I get the car companies. Don't get me twisted, bro. The domestic car companies, bro, I don't know if people know this. A lot of people, and a lot of y'all niggas live in California and down south. And you go to California, most domestic cars, and I'm talking like Ford, GM, Chevy, most domestic cars they get a instant discount. So a Charger can be, I don't know the exact numbers, it could be 35, right? 35,000. But on the West Coast, it might be 30 or 28,000 because they don't fucking value Chevy like that. Whatever they drive on the West Coast, I don't know. But I do know in the South, Nissans, it was Altimas, Maximums, the little truck. They really don't drive American-based cars like that in some places down south. They love their F-150s and Silverados, but Hondas, Hyundais, Toyotas, they huge down there. There's a Toyota plant down there in Montgomery. Sweatshop like a motherfucker. They opened a Kia plant down there in Atlanta. Don't know if it's open yet. Excuse me. But you go to New York, you see Acuras, you see all that. In Chicago, they drive Audis, and only places that really drive American. The majority is American cars is probably in the Midwest. So that's a fact. So I wouldn't mind the car companies getting a tax break, but they make so much money and they don't even want to pay their motherfucking people. You have to be heartless and willing to be a backstabber to be a billionaire. Exactly. And I say this all the time. A lot of people don't have the mindset to do it. Lay people off. They had a rule in the plant, right? They laid us off. I think it was March 2017, right? The only reason they told us that they was laying us off, I think it was December or January. It had to be a certain amount of months. So it's probably December, January. I think it had to be 3 months or something like that before they had to let us know. The only reason they let us know that we was getting laid off and then lay us off abruptly is because it was in a union contract. Not because it was the right thing to do. No. You know, I knew it was coming because I heard rumors of it. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. It's heartless, callous. You know what I'm saying? And one day people gonna wake up. People gonna wake up. And when that day do come, a lot of motherfuckers gonna be in trouble. But religion and laws are set there to keep you in line. Once you get past the religious part of it, you understand that most of that is hogwash. And I ain't here to change your religion. I ain't here to do that. But once you realize some of that is hogwash, a lot of the laws ain't gonna be shit. If it get bad enough, the laws ain't gonna be shit. Remember, it's more people than it is police. So that's why you gotta have a religion there. Turn of the cheek, or thou shalt not stab each other, whatever the hell it say. That's there to be the first barricade. But once you break through the religious barricade, when people start noticing that the laws is mostly bullshit and it's subjective, they're gonna be in trouble. Because who is the military? The citizens. That's a fact. Who the military? The citizens. Who is more citizens than it is billionaires? There's more senates in the House, president, the vice. It's more of us than the politicians. And don't forget, the fucking authority, the fire department, the police department, the marshals, the Green Berets, the Navy, the Army, that's us. That's us. It's a fact. People think laws are for us. No, it's for them. Yeah, it's for them, to protect them. Yeah, that's a fact. If anybody got some questions, I answer them. I mean, we cover a lot of stuff. I think the reparations one left. It was just an example. I don't give a fuck how I work. I don't know how I work. But I know if I was 20 years old, I would probably blow that money. You know, if my pops didn't, or my mom wouldn't let me. But, you know, you live and you learn. You know, credit is important. Gold is important. Diamonds is important. Money is going to become obsolete. You know, that gold and that credit, that's where it's at. And diamonds and stuff of that nature. But, you know, you go out there and you buy yourself a chain, make sure it's gold. Real talk, make sure it's gold. Because, you know, for real. That's why they still Cadillac converters, because Cadillac converters got different metals and they have platinum in it. A lot of people didn't know that. And then, you know, certain flat screen TVs and the plasmas, they have platinum in it. That's why people, you know, you throw your plasma out the door. A lot of times that's why the junk man pick it up in the hood, because it got metal in it, got precious metal in there. A lot of them plasmas in the, you know, early 2009, 10, 8, a lot of them plasmas had platinum in them. You know, junk man schooled me on that. I still let him have my TV. I ain't never told this story before. I was playing one of my boys in Madden. I got mad as shit. And I threw my PlayStation controller through the flat screen. I had to go buy me another one. This was right before, like, the 2010 NCAA tournament, too. I can't remember how I bought that TV, because that's when the PS3 had came out. So I bought the TV. It was a 50-inch. And I threw that bitch through the Q-tips. I threw that bitch through the TV screen, man. I was mad as shit. I had to go buy another one. So I sat on the curb and the dude schooled me on it. I was mad as shit. This nigga beat my ass. I couldn't believe it. I ain't never threw another controller through a TV screen again, though. I replaced my TV with a Vizio. It was about the same size, but it was used. But yeah, that's how I knew them fucking plasmas had platinum in them and stuff of that nature. It's a crazy world, man. Crazy world. They don't care. They don't care about you, man. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. All the Amazon employees and the healthcare workers, that's, you know, make sure you take care of yourself. Put some of that money up. Get ready for a vacation. You know, Disney World, all that extra money you making. And my whole thing is bare minimum, and it's the bare minimum. Whatever the raises those people getting, they should be able to keep them raises. If it's $1, if it's $2, if it's $3, you know, if it's $2.50, you should be able to keep them raises. But to be honest, the government, they print money. Every essential worker should at least get $20,000. Hell, it wasn't even a bad ass whooping, bro. He was icing the clock and shit, man. I was mad as hell. We had been talking shit on for a minute and shit. I threw that bitch through the. I'll never forget that shit. I was mad as hell after I did that shit. I had never got that mad before. He was a bum ass nigga too, to be honest. But it is what it is, man. I appreciate it. Try something different today. So I kind of do this every once a week. I try to, man. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Share the videos, man. It's the best way to help out the channel. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about the stream, man. We out.